Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Legacy Leaders. Scott McMeans is joined today with Robin Barber of the Baby Fairy Shop. I'm interested to learn a little bit more about what is the Baby Fairy Shop exactly, but how did Robin get from where she started to where she is right now? Interesting stories always happen to great people. So, with that in mind, we're going to turn the microphone and the camera over to Robin. She's going to tell us her story, a little bit about what happens at the Baby Fairy Shop and what makes it so unique that people want to keep coming back. So, Robin, microphone, the camera are yours. Tell us your story.
Thank you very much, Scott, for having me on here. My name is Robin Barber. I am the founder of the Baby Fairy Shop. My story is very unique. I had a dear friend that struggled with infertility years ago, and when they finally conceived, we wanted to do something special for her. So we created the Baby Fairy. And a few years later, we decided, you know what, she loved it so much that we wanted to share this love to everybody. So we created the Baby Fairy Shop, and here we are today. We're helping people send anonymous gifts to expecting moms throughout their pregnancy, with little gifts as little as a pacifier or as big as a blanket. But each package is wrapped with love and sent out every 3 to 4 weeks. And this is a great way for them to show how much they are loved, seen, and supported by somebody that they have no idea who it is. But in the last package, they get to reveal themselves who it is.
Love it.
So it's just a fun way to just really show your love for them. No matter if you're a mom yourself, a grandmother, grandfather, a dad, or somebody you don't even know, you can send these packages out.
That is
So that's
so
my
good.
story. Yeah,
Okay, so let's unwrap a couple things here, Robin. A
sure.
friend of yours was having a problem with infertility. They finally got pregnant, and you created the baby fairy as a means to make her feel good about, oh my gosh, every stage
Yes.
of your pregnancy, I'm going to support you with love and whatever I can give you. And that morphed into the baby fairy shop where anybody who wants to love and support a pregnant woman in their life, they can do it anonymously. And then ultimately they get revealed at the very end. That is so unique. I mean,
Thank you.
why'd you come up with why is it anonymous and why does it have a reveal? Is there something about is it because it's the baby fairy that nobody knows? Like, how did you come up with this concept? Because honestly, Robin, it's such a unique way of showing love and support for somebody.
Mhm.
But I would imagine there's got to be a lot of not trouble, but a lot of anxiety with, I just want somebody to know it's me doing this, but I got to wait how many months to do it. And so, how does that work out?
Well, I truly loved being anonymous because she just was, who's doing this? Who's going, who's doing, who's doing this?
Yeah.
Who's doing that? But she never thought it was, she just loved it so much. And again, you don't have to be anonymous. That's just the way that how I created it. It's just a fun way for them to see that there's a little card in there saying that they have a special person thinking of them, with my logo and everything in there. So then again, the last package has this beautiful saying whatever you want to say on there. Congratulations. We're so excited for your new baby. I'm so happy that you received hopefully you enjoyed all these gifts. And I'm your baby fairy. You know, so that's truly up to you. You do not have to be anonymous if you don't wish to, but it's just really a fun way to,
Oh, yeah.
send them little cute little gifts here and there, make them feel special on a day that they're maybe feeling down or not having a good day during their pregnancy. And then they get this beautiful package that's wrapped up beautifully and this little card in there saying, that they have somebody special thinking of them.
It's such a cool idea. In the the challenges that come with pregnancy and the joy that comes with pregnancy, it really brings them together to say, like, and I love the idea of, I don't know who you are, but oh my God, thank you for loving and supporting me as I go through this journey. And at the very end, I get to know who it is. There is a little bit of an intrigue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love the business model. I love what you're
Thank
trying
you.
to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's just interesting that people find different ways to connect to others, and this is a really great way of doing it. And the connection doesn't get revealed to the end. I think there's a neat way of bringing some anticipation and some excitement along with all of it. Like you said, no matter if they're having a good or a bad day,
Right.
when the package arrives, it's like, oh yeah, okay. Now there's a level of excitement. Out of
Right.
curiosity, Robin, how many different people participate in one woman's journey during her pregnancy? Is it multiple people or is it one? Like, how does this work out? Like, are there multiple baby fairies for every pregnant woman? On
Well,
average,
there
what do you
can
see?
be.
Okay.
Absolutely, there can be. And maybe mom was doing it because she's going to become a first-time grandma, and then the sister wants to do it, or the aunt wants to do it, or sister-in-law. It truly doesn't matter. I know that I had my son and his wife when they were pregnant. I think they had five baby fairies. They had no idea
Oh,
how many there were, but there was myself, another grandma, an aunt, a friend, and
that's
so
so cool.
it was really fun. So, I mean, they were getting these all the time. And then they found out at the end that they had like, five different people that were loving them throughout this pregnancy. So it's just really, it doesn't matter. You can, even a corporation, I would love to have corporations come in and say, hey, this would be a great way to support our employees, in a different way, letting them know that, oh my gosh, my employer sent all these great gifts to me throughout my pregnancy. They must really care about me. So yeah, it doesn't matter who you are or what, you can celebrate the upcoming birth of a baby anytime with anybody.
Love that. The idea of
Yeah.
getting an employer to participate is a really good way of showcasing that you're right. They do care about you. They want you to
Right.
be happy and they want to be a part of it. That's a great benefit, for lack of a better word.
Hmm.
So I really like the idea of you going after corporations and HR departments to find a better way of recognizing people as they go through one of the most joyful journeys they can go through, right? They're
Of
going to be a
course.
mom. How much fun
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. And even if it's the dad that works for the company, it's a great way to show them, wow, this
100.
is awesome. We're celebrating and brings morale, bringing little bit of morale and just supporting them throughout this pregnancy that, again, may not be a great pregnancy, but, their company's supporting them. So, I mean, any way that you want to support somebody, it's a great way. So,
Yeah, just the idea of bringing additional people into the path, into the journey of a mother and a father going through this. We're going to be parents, and everybody that's participating is surrounding us with love. So that's a great business model. I'm
thank you.
curious to learn what is
Mhm.
it that you have gone through as you built this business. Like, how long have you been in business? And what has been the biggest challenge over the years getting this business where it is?
Well, I started out in 2020 with my business partner, which again, 2020 was a rough year for all of us. And then unfortunately, he ended up getting sick in 2021 and had to leave the business in 2022. So I had to put a lot of hats on, learn
Mhm.
a lot about business, that he was really the business part of the business, where he was already a business owner himself. So I had to put a lot of hats on and learn a lot, and still learning each and every day as of today, as I was still working a full-time job and trying to run this business. So the hardest thing right now that I would say for me is really marketing it and getting the word out there and people understanding what the Baby Fairy Shop is all about.
Yeah.
And as soon as they know, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I can't wait to become a baby fairy for somebody. Um, and again, I ship all over the United States. Whatever, I'm very flexible. So if you ever have a question or need things, please, feel free to call me. I mean, I'm more than happy. So I no longer am a full-time employee. I am a full-time employee. I guess I'm a full-time business owner now and doing my own business. So I have a lot more time now to really focus on the baby fairy shop and really getting it out there. Like I said, with corporations, doctors' offices, anybody that is willing to listen to me and let me share my story and get the word out there of what
Yeah.
this is all about and how much you can celebrate the love. Because my goal and my mission is to be able to celebrate each and every expecting mom out there. Like currently, I had a couple companies donate some money. And so now the way that I'm giving back is I'm giving to some of our local pregnancy homes that have some women that are in there that may not have a family, may not have a friend that's supporting them. So what I'm doing is I'm sending them 2 or 3 little packages for the next 3 or 4 months because of generosity of some of our local companies here.
Oh, wow.
And then this weekend, I'm also involved in a community baby shower that they were asked me to be involved, where we can't sell anything. So again, I went out and got some sponsors, and they were generously donating money, and I'm able to fill these bags full of such beautiful gifts and stuff to some of these community baby showers this weekend.
I
So I'm
love the
very excited
idea.
about that. Yeah.
I love the idea of a community baby shower because it's just taking this audience, taking this community, and letting them know that one,
Yes.
that you exist, two, what a great service you offer, and the opportunity to contribute and help. I think it brings people together. So, what a great idea! And I wish you the best at the
Thank
weekend
you.
event.
Thank you.
You live, and this is an interesting piece, and all businesses have this. You're living in a world of obscurity right now, right? Because you have this amazing product, this amazing service that you do, but not
Mhm.
everybody knows who you are and that you even exist and what you're capable of. So getting that message out, as you said, marketing, it's one of the bigger challenges every business has. And I'm not
Mhm.
trying to scare you, but marketing is by far the hardest part of any business because you got to get your message out to the right people. And what we've discovered is marketing is great when it works, and it's challenging when you get step by step to the point where you can get it to work. But once it works and you get the right message into the right ear,
People.
man,
Hmm.
does it just take off. And you're
Right.
doing the right thing. And I welcome you to keep going and challenge
Thank you.
yourself to find different venues, challenge yourself to get different messages out there because you never know which one's going to hit. And when it
Right.
does, man, is it going to be exponentially great for you.
Oh,
Because yeah,
awesome.
I just love the idea of what you're doing, right? So
Thank you.
as you're building this, okay, marketing is a challenge. What are what would you say, Robin, is a really good lesson that you've learned? And I don't want to tap back into your business partner leaving because that's a huge
Right.
lesson, right? But
Yeah.
what is it? What would it be that you would say, all right, this is a lesson I had to learn, and I want you to learn it before you go down the path that I did. So as a new business owner, somebody can learn from your experience. So how would you explain a lesson that you've learned that other people should probably learn earlier on in their career?
Mhm. Lesson is I know business can be very stressful. Just to continue to keep going and have faith that it will work out.
Mhm.
I know that days that I are very stressed and like, why am I doing this? It's not going to work. And, then I think back, what of all these, looking at all these beautiful things. So my goal, I mean, my comeback, as would say, is just continue to keep going, even though that days are stressful.
Mhm.
Just continue to keep going for your goal and your dream that you want to dream. Because I mean, my grandmother was an entrepreneur for over 50 years, and she just kept on going. And I know that she had stressful days, and think back of all the things that she did, and just remember that, I'm going to get there. So I'll just have to just continue to keep, looking forward to what I want, and just continue to keep plugging through. I mean, you'll get there.
I love that. Keep plugging through. That's good. And here's the answer I think most people are looking for. I'm struggling. I'm stressed. The
Mm.
anxiety is always there. But if you think about it, the goal of the dream is worth it. Just keep going
Absolutely.
and find your way to it. And you never know when it's going to happen, but once it does, it's exhilarating. It's awesome, right? And I
It
can
is.
only imagine, Robin, the first time somebody actually came to you and said, Robin, I would like to pay you X amount of dollars to be somebody's baby fairy. Oh my God, I just made my first sale, right? And before you know it, it's like, all right, now I've got 100 people that have wanted to do this. Now it's closing in on thousands of people that want to do this. This is something that is a viable, really good service and offering. Now it's just a matter of letting other people know. And I think your value proposition is stellar. It's just such a
Thank
great
you.
opportunity for somebody to participate in showing and caring for somebody else, but not letting them know and building that intrigue. And then before they know
Right.
it, bang, here you go. I was your baby fairy for the last so many
Right.
months.
Yeah.
Um, and all this stuff working for you, how often or what are the average number of gifts or packages that you deliver to a pregnant mom? How's that work for you?
Well, it really varies on the person. The I would say the average is like 6 because usually they don't know until after the mom's already 3 months pregnant
Yeah.
because that's usually when they start telling everybody. So then they have 6 more months to really show them. Or they, again, it could be, I've had a mom that did like 18 packages.
Oh my
So
God.
we just doubled them up or we just sent them every other day or every other week or however we had. But it truly, there's no rhyme or reason. You can send as many. I mean, if you find, I just found out the other day, um, the girl, I was at an event and she says, "Oh my gosh, my girlfriend's due at the end of the month." I said, "Okay, it's okay." So she also did 6 packages, but we did one every week. So I have like 3 more packages to send. So it doesn't matter. It truly up to you, however you want to do it and how much you want to spend.
Now,
So,
that's okay. That's awesome. Now, is there a way for you to tap into their registry? Is that where the gift
well,
site that come from?
yeah, I do have a spot on my website that you can come in there and you can put us on your registry for sure. It's just very easy. Just put the baby fairy shop. There's a QR code up there that you can put on your baby fairy shop on your baby fairy registry, and we would be happy to somebody to come in and that would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so they can actually build their own registry or have you tap into their registry so they know I need a crib, I need a car carrier, that kind of stuff. Is that what you can do?
No, no, they can they can go in and the QR code that's on my website that will put us on their registry. So
Okay.
if they want to have a baby fairy
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
their pregnancy, that way. I'm sorry,
No, that's good.
misunderstood. Hmm.
Again, we're allowing people to participate in the journey, and I think
Yeah,
that is the whole purpose of this, right? Is allowing people to connect.
right.
As you built this business, how many people is it brick and mortar somewhere? Are you like, can people
Nope.
actually come to the Baby Fairy shop?
Nope, it's
And
all online.
okay,
Everything's online. So you just come in to my website and you can create your own package or I do have I want to say there's 8 or 10 bundles that are already put together, but
okay,
everything is shipped out individually. So when I get a package, if somebody purchased a bundle today, there's 6 or 7 items in each bundle. So one package will ship out within 24 hours of the time I receive the order, and then every 3 to 4 weeks after that till the baby's due. Again, depending on the due date of the baby. My system all sets it up by date of the baby's due date. So
okay,
her last package will be delivered a week or two before she delivers.
okay. And
Yep,
everything's calculated off of the due date. That's actually really smart.
correct.
That's
Mhm.
really smart. Okay. So now that you've been doing this a couple years, what's the thing you love the most about the job, about your business?
Well, when you were saying that I had one order, 100 orders, a 10, that just made my heart tick, beat a little bit
Yeah.
faster. So every time I hear that cha-ching, cha-ching on my phone, it makes me happy because I know that I'm going to put a smile on somebody's face in 24 hours. And when I'm wrapping these packages, I put so much love in wrapping these packages. It puts a smile on my face and knowing in a couple days that it's definitely going to put a smile on somebody else's face.
Oh, I love that. Put a smile on your face, knowing it puts a smile on somebody else's. That's
Right.
good.
So yeah, that's truly what that's my I just love that. That's the whole purpose of this whole thing is knowing that I'm putting a smile on somebody else's face. So yeah.
Okay, now, since I asked you, what did you like most about it? What has been the biggest thing that you'd like to avoid if you ever had a chance to go back and start over? What's the one thing that you would avoid as a business owner?
I don't think there's really anything that I would avoid, to be honest with you. Maybe do some things differently, but I don't think I would
Okay.
avoid anything.
Okay.
Um,
With that in mind, what's something that you would want to do differently?
Well, I definitely would like to have a place where I can be organized. And I mean,
Yep.
I am organized, but I have my spare bedroom as is my room. But I would love to have a facility where it wouldn't be an open facility, it'd just be like a warehouse where I could have so I know that's coming in the future. I definitely know that. So I just have to deal with this currently, and it's okay. I mean, it flows very easily. I have everything organized in, drawers and
Sure.
little things. So, but that's my dream to be able to be in a facility where I can have my own little office here and have all my stuff in the back and some employees. So yeah.
No, well, that those are good goals, and those are things that can definitely take place as soon as everybody goes to Baby Fairy Shop and starts participating in other people's journeys.
Right.
Um, is there a way for you to calculate how many smiles you put on somebody else's face?
Within the last 5 years, I would probably say thousands. I can't give you an exact, I mean, an
No, I just
exact, I can't give you an exact, but there's been several, and not as much as I would love. I mean, but I know that's
stop.
I know, but I know that's coming. I mean, I think it's just because, we had that where my partner had to leave and we had to rebuild a little bit. I did rebuild stuff. I rebuilt my website. I did a little things differently, a little bit more advertising, networking, and things that I was able to do on my own without having, that second person. Not saying
Sure.
that was a bad thing, but it's just, you have that whole focus that, oh my gosh, this is all yours now, and this is what
Mhm.
you have to do. So you have to put A, B, and C together, and let's bring it together. So I've met so many amazing people through networking, chamber of
Mhm.
commerces, different things like that, and I've learned so much doing that kind of stuff. So that's been very helpful for me.
Okay, and that's good to know. And here's the reason why I asked the question is, most people would say, well, if I could go back and do it over again, this is what I would do. And most people don't change anything. All they say is, I'm going to take the lesson I learned and make sure I do that earlier or I avoid it so I don't have to go through it. But I've already learned the lesson, so it's hard for me to say, I'm going to go back
Right,
and change anything. Because if I go back and change it, I won't learn that lesson. So
right,
it's an interesting circular argument, for lack of a better
right.
word, because you don't want to take away the education that you receive, but if you could avoid it, it would be great to do it. And it's hard to juggle, right? Because there's so
Right.
many great opportunities to learn something through your own mistakes and failures. And there's a comment that people say, well, I fail forward. And I don't like to think about failing forward. What I like to say is we learned through the lesson, right?
Hmm.
Something happened. I learned what not to do, and then I moved forward. So I learned through the lesson. This is how I'm not going to do this. The old adage. Somebody asked Thomas Edison, "What's it feel like to take so long to create the light bulb?" He said, "Well, I never thought about it, but if I know 327 different ways to not make a light bulb, but it took me that many times to figure out how to do it the right way." And that's the
Right.
lesson that I think people want to learn. And again,
Hmm.
through this discussion, Robin, and I thank you for being a part of it. I want people like yourself to tell others, these are the lessons I learned and these are the challenges I overcome. So you don't have to go through it alone. And there's a been there, done that mentality where I want you to teach others so they can shorten their time from now to success to lesser time than the years it takes people to do it because they're so interested
Hmm.
in or they're so burdened by lessons. Let's take the lesson and learn through it. So thank you so much for being a part of that. I think it's great. I have a
Thank
final
you.
question for you. My question is, I'm going to put you in a time machine, send you back, and you get a chance to meet 18-year-old Robin. What's that conversation sound like?
15-year-old Robin, is that what you're saying?
18
Well,
year old, 18-year-old Robin.
18-year-old Robin, 18. I don't know. You know what? I've always wanted to follow my dream of becoming a entrepreneur because my grandmother was such an amazing entrepreneur, and she was always my idol. I always looked up to her. She was wonderful. So I always, and then I had a gentleman that I worked for that was amazing. I learned so much from him and watching him grow his business from nothing to, a multi-million-dollar company. And it was amazing to see that. Um, so when I was 18 years old, I probably should have went to school for business, a degree, but
Mhm.
I followed my dream of also being a nurse. So I wanted to be a nurse at that time. Did not finish completely, but I did go quite a ways. But I had family and my family came first. So we decided we would go with having a family. And I'm glad I did because I love my son and my husband very much. So, but I've done a lot of things throughout my career to fill those needs, those wants and needs. And I still continue to do that today, being able to do what I'm doing today.
Awesome. Great answer. Thank you so much. I
You're
I
very
can't get
welcome,
I
Scott. Thank
love
you so much.
no, I love the Baby Fairy Shop. I just love the
Thank you.
idea of it. And I want everyone to know about it. So all the information you need to get in touch with Robin and the Baby Fairy Shop will be in the description down below. So you'll get a chance to get connected. Highly suggest you reach out because I know there's somebody in your family that is going through this baby journey. And what a great way to show them that you love and support them by being their baby fairy. And in the last month, you get a chance to review yourself. How much fun is that? So thank you so much, Robin, for being a part of this.
Thank you,
Great
Scott. I truly
conversation.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
been my pleasure. And I love the story and I love the challenges and the lessons that you've learned over the time of being a business owner because that's what's going to make a difference for you moving forward because you already learned those lessons. And I want other people to take part of this and say, you know what? Ah, I can learn from Robin and thank you for talking to us. So awesome job. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you
We'll
very
see
much,
everybody.
Scott.
Yeah, my pleasure. We'll see everybody in the next episode.